Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and let's talk some theories. Well, it's honestly my own theory about what's going on and all of these things. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know that Infold has been undergoing a lot of internal changes, and well, we all know that the customer service isn't that great, and we also know that they're not necessarily listening to their player base. So it is such a strange combination of I guess weird decisions that the company is making in terms of how they're dealing with the Infinity Nikki situation, how they're dealing with our own situation, how many lawsuits that they have and whatnot. And it just feels like they don't really know or necessarily have a definitive direction, because if you are a company that is incredibly predatory, you would think of ways of making your player base happy and also get money out of them. But I feel like this company is just making everybody feel upset and still getting money out of us. So I don't know. I don't know how a company can make such poor decisions overall in terms of handling, their PR, how they've been basically splattered everywhere in the CN news, newscasts. What? News stations. They're basically splattered all over the news. You have that organization that is supposed to protect consumer rights talking about Infold also on a large scale in CN, and it's a PR nightmare. It is literally a PR nightmare, and I don't know why this company isn't doing things the way that they're supposed to. Even with the KOD situation, that is something that I felt like could have been easily avoided, because if they had just shown and advertised KOD the way that they were going to release it, instead of, showing a stronger version of him in the PV and then releasing a weaker nerfed version of him to the player base, then there wouldn't have been an issue. It wouldn't have been a bait and switch situation there. I don't understand why there was a need of releasing him and nerfing him and just basically fooling their player base. I don't get that. That is something that doesn't make any sense to me. And it's those kind of decisions that make me wonder whether this company knows something we don't necessarily know. It feels like even with this banner situation that we have right now, where it's the beach banner and there's nothing really there for grinding for free-to-play players in order to pull for the banner, it just doesn't feel like the company is making decisions that would really benefit its overall player base and just really targeting those who want to spend money in the game. It doesn't feel like they care, or they're just trying to get as much money as they can from us right now, which is the strangest thing. It really does feel like the strangest thing, because okay, so we had the promise rerun, $10 for each of those cards, and each of those cards are it's literally just one copy of the card. You get one copy of the card. You don't get any of the resources that you would when you pay $10 in the normal promise. And it just feels like a cop-out, to be perfectly honest, to get those, copies. And truthfully, I really thought that I was going to get those promise cards. I don't think I'm going to get them. I really don't know if I should get them or not, because I really told myself, I'm like, should I just save my money if I want to pull on the banner, or should I just listen to those 4-star memories on YouTube kind of thing? So I'm genuinely debating things right now. And also the fact that the this whole thing, the summary promise, which is you can get one of these outfits and then also get pulls and resources and whatnot, this is also something that is paid. It's another thing that is paid. The lunar shop is not necessarily the most free-to-play friendly thing, because you need to rank up your lunar memories, which is very difficult if you don't have enough pulls or whatnot. So it just seems so strange that they're combining all of these things that are so like money hungry-esque in such a short amount of time. So I'm like, why are they making these decisions? Do they know something that we don't know? Are they trying to like milk their player base out of their money while they still can? Is there something that's coming that may interfere with, you know, them making enough money in the future or topping the charts in the future or something like that? So I genuinely thought to myself, okay, I was having a conversation with a friend and I told myself, I was like half awake too when I came up with this, you know, half-baked theory of mine. But what if, guys, what if Infold knew that there was a likely competitor coming soon, okay? It may not be necessarily the most, maybe it's not even like gonna be released fully. Maybe it's just a beta. Maybe it's just, you know, an alpha of a game that is potentially a good or reasonable competitor against Love and Deepspace. Maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe they're trying to like milk us out of all of our money right now because they know that they're not going to be able to do this once a competitor comes out. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I have no proof of any of this. I don't have any substantial, like, you know, leaks or anything of the sort. This is literally just me thinking and pulling ideas out of my butt. Like, what if they knew? What if Infold knew that a company out there was making a good enough competitor against Love and Deepspace? That's why they're being incredibly reckless with their decision making. Maybe that's why they're like fumbling with like the bag basically. And it's just, it makes sense to me if you think about it like that, because why else would they make something incredibly predatory in such a short period of time? Like, this entire banner event feels very predatory, you know? And I'm just like, why would they do that? They could have waited, I don't know, next banner, if we had a solo card coming out or something, you know, Zane's birthday, they could have just released the rerun promises during that time, because during that time, okay, at least, you know, a portion of the player base wouldn't be spending on the banner itself. It would just be spending on the promise. And then some people would be spending on the banner because it's Zane's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could have been better timing with releasing a lot of these things in terms of like the additional stuff that they're adding on to the multi-banner, because the multi-banner and how they've been releasing it is pretty standard as of right now. Like, the things that they're doing, everything feels like that's the same, but adding on those like extra stuff that you could do, like the reruns and the what's it called, the summary promise and all of those shenanigans, I don't know, it feels odd. The timing feels weird. I don't know, maybe they're just really bad at planning, you know? Like, maybe like another theory of mine is like, maybe they're trying to meet a certain quota for a certain month or something, because they need to like pitch how much they can make to a different company to make another game or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think to myself, why is this company making such reckless decisions about their player base and getting into so many lawsuits and falsely marketing their game and all of these shenanigans? It just doesn't seem professional, you know? It doesn't seem like a smart idea. Anyway, that is my personal take on it. Let me know what you guys think. This is just honestly my own theories, not necessarily anything that I have, you know, factual evidence of or anything. So let me know what you think. Do you think that this is a crazy idea, or do you think that this might actually hold some weight? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have your own theories or, you know, brainstorming ideas, leave it down in the comments below. And if you've watched this far, I haven't done this in a while, but if you've watched this far into the video, leave a flower in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to join and become a member, I would 100% be very thankful if you do become a member. And if you would like to join our Discord server, I have a permanent link in my bio, so go ahead and click that link and you can join the Discord server. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye bye now.